Normally, Sergei Lavrov was due to visit Serbia officially on last June, but he was impeached to fly because Serbia is surrounded by NATO member countries, and those countries forbade the Russian official plane to cross their aerial space, their borders. So Lavrov had to cancel his visit at the last moment. This is the reason why probably the Ministry of Interior, Alexander Vulin, was paying a visit today to Moscow. What is at stake is the signature of a big contract about gas supplies for Serbia. Serbia desperately needs Russian gas to secure its energy consumptions for the winter, and this contract was due to be signed in June, but this could not happen.
Зброю! Честь!
Синьо-жовтий прапор України знов замайорить там, де його дім, там, де він має бути по праву, в усіх тимчасово окупованих містах, селах України. Там буде синьо-жовтий у Херсоні над площею Свободи. Там не може бути прапору тих, хто не знає, що таке свобода. Там буде синьо-жовтий.
The number of people crossing the English Channel to the UK from northern France in small boats has hit a new high. British government figures show almost 1,300 people reached UK soil yesterday, crossing in 27 boats. That is the highest single-day figure since records began in 2018. This despite a controversial British proposal to send asylum seekers to Rwanda. Now, tensions have risen between London and Paris over the crossings, with Boris Johnson's government accusing France of not doing enough to stop the journeys.
Latvia has started work to dismantle a Soviet-era monument that commemorates the Red Army's victory over Nazi Germany. It was built in 1985 when Latvia was still part of the Soviet Union. In the light of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Latvian government has introduced a law requiring such monuments to be pulled down. But not everyone agrees with the new policy. There's a large group of ethnic Russians living in Latvia. On Russia's annual Victory Day holiday in May, they always gather in front of the monument to lay flowers and hold concerts in memory of the soldiers who died in the fight against Nazi Germany. Demolishing the monument has upset many people.
Train stopped in the Eurotunnel between France and England on Tuesday. Hundreds of passengers were stuck under the English Channel for around 5 hours after the train's alarms went off and had to be investigated. After waiting for a few hours, the Eurotunnel passengers were evacuated through an emergency service tunnel. They had to leave their vehicles behind and go on foot. The passengers were then transferred to another train and transported to Kent in England. They arrived in England almost 6 hours after they boarded the train. The Le Shuttle train service from France stopped in the underwater section of the Eurotunnel. Initially, the shuttle's operator said it had broken down, and later they clarified that the train's alarms went off and so it needed to be checked.
Two men convicted of conspiracies to use a weapon of mass destruction and kidnap the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, now facing the possibility of life in prison. Prosecutors say in the summer of 2020, Adam Fox and Barry Croft Jr. went to the governor's vacation home with co-conspirators to plan an attack. A witness testified one idea was to kidnap Whitmer and put her adrift on a boat in Lake Michigan. Another idea was to try her for treason. Adam Fox, who prosecutors say was the ringleader, bought a taser and ordered $4,000 of explosives from an undercover FBI agent. Prosecutors say the two were part of a group training in combat tactics, practicing assaulting cars with rifles and live ammo, detonating bombs, and trying to recruit others.